Alright, so the first clip in today's video comes from Tommy Hunge, a mountain biker who, along with his crew, spends most of his time doing exactly this kind of thing. These are not beginners. These guys ride technical trails regularly, they know what they're doing, and they've taken their share of hits over the years. So when Tommy got the crew together for a session the day after rain, which if you ride, you know makes everything faster and a lot less forgiving, nobody was holding back. The trail work was done, the runs were clean, and everyone was feeling good.
Oh, yeah, I know.
After a fast and intense run, the crew reaches the more technical section of the trail, the part where things get serious. Steep descents, jumps, and tight corners that come up right after the jumps. They stop, take a look, figure out the line, and then start working through it, one jump at a time, getting a feel for what's ahead.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Good shit.
That's scary.
Hell yeah. Oh my god. Front heavy.
After a few more runs, they reach the hardest descent of the day. A steep drop that ends in a sharp left corner. The kind of corner that punishes anyone who comes in too hot. The first rider hits it clean. Tommy goes next. Smooth, controlled, no issues. Then it's Daniel's turn. He's coming in too fast, he brakes hard. The back wheel lifts off the ground, and there's nothing between him and the edge. No barrier, no fence, just an open ravine dropping straight down. He goes over. His friends, panicked, rush to get to him. What the cameras captured, from two different angles, will make your stomach drop. Let's see.
Whoa. Hey, looking at this motherfucker.
Big boy, Noah.
There he goes.
Easy. Here, I'll go.
Oh, shit! No, hang on!
You repping? Oh! Oh, no. Lord.
Fuck! No!
He kept going.
No!
I'm good!
Are you good? Good. He was
You
way too
fucking
fast.
kidding me?
I'm good!
Daniel,
I'm good!
are you sure?
Yeah. Where's my bike?
It's fine, your bike's fine, dude.
Totally okay. My GoPro's not. I'm okay, thank God. Look what I just came down. Yeah. I slid down the entire thing.
Dude, my fucking sick to my stomach right now. Dude,
He landed right there. That's his head.
yeah.
Or that's his body.
And he held on right here, so I thought he saved
But
himself.
outside he kept sliding.
Yeah. He slid here, which luckily he slid on that thing, and then he went down there. I'm not gonna do it, dude. Fuck that.
Daniel fell over 100 feet straight down into that ravine. What saved him was the vegetation on the way down. He managed to grab onto the plants and slow his fall, but he kept sliding on his back and arms all the way to the bottom. He didn't walk away without injuries, but he walked away. And after a fall like that, that's everything. A drop like this can mean broken bones, spinal fractures, the kind of damage that follows you for the rest of your life. Fortunately, the crew made it down safely after that. no more incidents. But honestly, that was more than enough for 1 year. I'll be straight with you. Watching that footage made me physically uncomfortable. My body almost didn't want to look. That kind of fall hits different when you know it's real. I'm curious, what was your reaction the first time you watched this? Drop it in the comments. I want to know. The next clip comes from TikTok, from a creator called KTME, who normally posts everyday life content. At some point, her brother sent her a video he recorded while visiting a cemetery in Mexico, and what he caught on camera is, I don't even know how to describe it. Just watch.
Okay, so we're here walking around a cemetery and I've seen something really fucking gross. Here's the tombstone, and there is the person's hair coming out of the crack in the tombstone. I mean, that is fucking hair. What in the fuck?
I don't know about you, but that footage looks like something straight out of a horror movie. The first thing that came to my mind? A zombie. A dead person dragging itself out of the ground. I know that sounds extreme, but tell me that image didn't cross your mind too. Now, the logical explanation is probably a lot less dramatic. A rodent that carried hair into the crack, or tree roots from the nearby tree pushing through the soil over time. But honestly, knowing that doesn't make it any less disturbing. That image sticks with you either way. This next clip comes from a creator called Graham from his channel Trail Off, where he posts outdoor content, mostly hiking, whenever he feels like it. No schedule, no pressure. Just him, the trail, and a camera. Recently though, Graham posted something a little different. He went out on a trail he'd done many times before, a simple familiar route. The Dobson Loop near his home in Wellington, New Zealand. The kind of walk you do to clear your head. This time, it didn't go as planned.
Evidence of a heap of tree fall and that through here, which has just been immaculately maintained for me. I'm so appreciative. I don't actually even know where to go. I think up and round, I think is the go here. But you always want to be just careful and aware of whether anything further is going to fall down. This one looks pretty settled in, but just a massive tree just bashed over by the wind, and I guess probably a bit of water getting under it. But we're just going to duck under here. This forest park has a way of making you feel small in a good way.
At some point on the trail, Graham runs into a section blocked by fallen trees. Not impossible to get through, but awkward enough that you have to think about it. He figures out his line, makes it through clean, takes a few more steps, and then the next shot is him on the ground.
I'm on the ground right now. I've stepped down onto a root and it's given way, and I've heard a snap either in the root or in my ankle, and now I'm in a bit of pain. So I guess this is a really good opportunity for me to document what I'm doing to get myself out of this situation. I want to be clear, this is not pretend. It's a real life survival situation now where I've hurt myself. I don't know how badly. I've already called loudly for help. No one has heard, and there's every chance that at 2:39 p.m. in the afternoon on a Saturday, there's a chance I might be the last person through this trail for the day. First thing I'm probably going to do is attempt to weight bear. The pain was worse at the start than it is now. It's not good though. My first thought was that I'd broken my ankle, and so if I've done that, there's no way that I can get out of here on my own, and from experience with breaks, the pain is going to get substantially worse when I'm out of shock, if I'm in shock.
And just like that, what started as a quiet walk on a familiar trail turned into a situation nobody wants to find themselves in. Alone, injured, in the middle of the woods. Graham had to call for help. While he waited, his only job was to stay still, keep calm, and not make things worse. Because out there, with an injury like that, you're vulnerable in ways you don't want to think about. Wildlife doesn't care that you're having a bad day. It took a while. But eventually, help arrived. A rescue team by helicopter came looking for him. Let's see how it all played out.
That was a dignified noise. Oh. Something that's not fucking green. Oh. Oh. I'm in this clearing. How can you not have seen me? Fuck. Please see me. Please.
The rescue team made it to him, though it took them a little while to locate Graham through the trees. In the end, he got off relatively lucky. A small fracture in his ankle, some painkillers, and a piece of advice from the paramedic that actually made him smile. As they lifted him up on the stretcher, the paramedic told him, "Enjoy the ride, because from up there, the view of the whole area is worth it." And according to Graham, it really was. He's going to be off the trails for a while, but knowing him, he'll be back out there as soon as his body lets him. Some people just can't stay away from the woods, and honestly, can you blame them? This next clip comes from a YouTube channel called Animal Shelter Near Me, a channel that hasn't posted anything in years. In the video, a group of professional cyclists are taking part in a race. Part of the course runs through a forest. At some point, they reach a tree, and they stop dead in their tracks. The footage speaks for itself. Take a look.
Neste estado ele corre mesmo. Por isso é que vai ser desta merda, nem é mais animal do que qualquer. Isso aqui é que dava para meter. Eu estou com a mão não. Não, tens que mostrar esta parte da mão. O ferro. Com esta parte da mão. Nenhum de vocês tem um canivete. Eu tenho. Espera aí, não se aproxime do sol. Não. O ferro era capaz de... Olha, era capaz por trás. Ele devagarinho vai lá, começa devagarinho. Mas já deve ter aqui o pescoço cortado, coitado do bicho. É que nem lá souber, está mesmo aqui. Cada cromo. Isto não se faz. Isto era... Passei aqui e ele arrancou-me. Vocês vêm de cima? Não.
E que é que é?
Não andam um trator ali pequenino, não viram?
Não vi.
Eu andava com eles e perdi-os. Queria ele passar aqui e bichinho. Não, ele não chega.
Coitado, já está com medo.
Não.
E aí, o problema é soltá-lo e ele...
Não, ele faz logo.
Alguém tem alguma coisa para comer?
Isso é mal feito.
Não lhe mostras o canivete.
Não,
Ele não chega que ele está
Já deve
para.
ter
Cuidado é
dado-
ao soltar, mas aí à beira
Não,
que ele pode
olha,
estar com medo.
Espera aí. Vais ali e arranjas
Se insultares, ele foge logo. Coitado do bicho.
Ele põe-se em volta da boca.
É mais fácil. Porque
Era melhor, não era?
o quê? O problema
Chamamos
é ele sair daí, ele fica assustado e.
Não, era um
ele
pano.
foge
muita
logo.
gente.
Não,
Não, é muita
ele
gente.
foge logo.
O bicho foge logo.
Ele foge logo, vai logo à vida dele.
Ele está assim que ele já está.
Tantas voltas que já deu. Pois,
Claro.
ele está coitadinho.
Começa a cortar, começa aí a cortar. Vê se ele ganha confiança.
Coitado do bicho. Ele deve estar aí já há um outro tempo.
Pronto, já podem. Agora, enquanto
Não,
tomam,
deixa ganhar confiança.
como ele está.
Calma mais, calma mais. Eu tenho aqui mais.
Coitadinho.
Coitado do bicho.
Não, que ele quer é comida.
Não é preciso falar.
Ele mostrou os dentes, cuidado.
Eu ia começar a ganhar confiança.
É.
Ele depois já está, ele veio ele. Ele começa a ganhar confiança, começa depois já não.
É.
Coitado do bicho, ele deve estar esfomeado. Olha para aqui, ele já se nota.
E sede. A doçura não é muito boa porque ficam cegos, mas tem que ser, não é?
Nós temos.
Tem que ser.
Cuidado.
Espera aí.
Vai cortar que ele não te chega com a boca.
É triste. Um tipo que faz assim, fogo.
Foda-se.
Não corria, mas deixava, foda-se.
Olha para o bicho. Ele até está com medo.
Temos é que tirar aquilo, que aquilo está muito.
Não, deixa de ficar, já vai assim.
Mas está enrolado.
Agora já não está a esticar, ela acaba.
The cyclists freed him. He had been tied so tight to that tree that he couldn't even lie down, couldn't rest, couldn't move. The group approached carefully, trying not to spook him. And eventually, one of them cut the rope. And that's the part that got to me the most. When the rope came off, the dog almost collapsed. And his neck, his head, stayed rotated to the right, stuck in the position the rope had forced him into. For days, you could see it in his body. This wasn't hours. This was days. I genuinely don't understand what kind of person does something like that to an animal. But I'm glad that on that particular day, on that particular trail, it was this group of people who came through. He got lucky. And sometimes that's all it takes. This next clip comes from Russia, specifically from a visit to a cemetery near the town of Peskov in eastern Russia. It was 2014. 4 journalists were in the car, trying to reach that cemetery to document and raise awareness about the number of deaths coming out of the conflict in which Russia is still involved. From the moment they turned onto the road leading to the cemetery, they noticed something through the window. A group of men in sportswear, appearing out of nowhere, and running in the same direction as their car. Let's see what happens next.
Да. Я не знаю,
Да.
Так, сейчас смотрим. Так, главное, чтобы не куда-нибудь не в это самое не попасть, да. Да, нападение на нас, мы на кладбище, тут, короче, какие-то люди нам преграждают дорогу, мы на машине, сейчас пока мы не выходим. Вот, можно вывести в эфир, у нас очень будет романтично.
Непонятные молодые люди догоняют нас, обкидывают
Давай
камнями,
быстрее
кидаются под колеса. Мы не можем от них уйти.
Так, а второй где? Второй.
Вон слева, вон он.
Давай, прямо на него, или я не знаю.
Микрорайон Крестыльный,
Нет,
район
давать
нового
никого не
кладбища.
надо.
На новом кладбище мы находимся. Мы пытаемся выехать с кладбища, нас догоняют. Молодые люди.
Не, туда не надо, там он.
Подожди.
Да, но их несколько, и они со всех сторон бегут. Петлянова. Да. Что делать?
Подожди, что хотят они?
Они вам камеру разобьют. Санкт-Петербург, проспект Солидарности, дом 12, квартира 2.
Тихо. Назад, давай, назад. Колеса протекают.
Колесо протыкает РК.
Ребят, что хотите? Чего?
проткнули
Нет,
колеса.
нет, ребят, мы уезжаем,
Нас
мы уезжаем,
нападали,
не
на
надо.
нас напали, проткнули колеса, мы не можем уехать.
Просили съездить, подожди, не надо. Попроси, мы уезжаем.
Уезжаем!
If you thought they got away with just flat tires, they didn't. The car was blocked. The journalists were surrounded, threatened at gunpoint, and some of them were pulled out and beaten. They survived, but just barely. Looking back at the footage, it's clear this was an ambush from the start. The moment those men started running toward the car, the outcome was already being decided, and you can see it clearly on camera. The young man hitting the passenger window was holding something. That same object is what he used to slash the tires. This wasn't a random confrontation. This was organized. This was deliberate. And these 4 journalists, who went there simply to document the human cost of a war, paid a very real price for it. This story is real. The footage is real. And with that, that's our video for today. If you want to see more stories like these, the subscribe button is right there. It's free. And you can always change your mind. And before you go, 3 more encounters are waiting for you on the screen right now. The most recent one I put together, one YouTube thinks you'll enjoy based on what you've watched, and a full playlist if you want to keep going. Stay safe out there.